你们到这里来，我们真的感到很高兴，欢迎你们。
Hi everyone, thank you for coming to this special event. This event we have invited all the very important segment of our faith group. We have Catholic, we have Christian, and we have Buddhism, we have Tao. And
good evening. Welcome to today's faith-based civic leadership event. It's our great honor to have the following people with us. Fiona Mai, Chairman for the Board of Equalization of California, and also is a candidate. She's going to run for the state treasurer. Sandy Shaw, here. He's the founder of a Civic Leadership Foreign Foundation, and also is the founder for the APAPA. And CC Lim, we're the founder and national chair of APAPA. And the rest is our APAPA Silicon Valley chapter board member. Start from Aileen. She's the former Saratoga mayor and also is today's MC. And Teresa Lai. Teresa Lai is the APAPA board member. Chen is also APAPA Silicon Valley chapter board member. The next is Rita Shang. And a special thanks to Anthony In. Anthony is represented the Civic Leadership Foundation. So thanks to the Congressman O'Connor and his district manager, Chris.
Thank you so much. It's nice to be back at an APAPA event. I was here a few months ago for one. And I pass on the greetings from the Congressman, who, as you know, is in Washington, D.C. right now doing his job. Today's theme is how you can do civic engagement. And one thing that Ro has said in front of many groups is the story of the first vote about removing health care, repealing the Affordable Care Act. Many citizens came over and said, thank you for voting against that, including a lot of faith-based groups, because you deal with helping the poor. And you see that if the poor lose their health care, that could be disastrous. And Congressman Khanna would say, but I didn't have to vote against it. That vote was never held. So many citizen groups came forward across the United States and told their congressman, don't you dare take away our health care, that they pulled the bill. They didn't even vote on it. As we go forward, there will of course be other issues in which your faith-based groups want to engage with the government. The way you do it with Congress is you call us up, you make an appointment, you come in, I talk to you, and I make sure that the message gets through to the congressman, or you come to one of our town hall events and raise your hand and talk to him there. We're having another one in 6 days in Milpitas. We have one every month. So that's 2 different ways for your group to do civic engagement. We appreciate how much of it you have already done. You've already made a difference. And as we go forward, we look forward to working together to make a difference more. Thank you.
thank you.
Once I heard they said, if you want to be fast, fly alone. If you want to go far, fly together. Let's look at what we are in common. The engagement, the participation for the good of the community, not our difference. So I thank you for the opportunity to support this.
I'm so glad that to be here. So I think it's very, very important. The faith-based outreach is absolutely necessary, because a lot of times in our own community, it's really very warm and very loving within that community. And then a lot of times you dwell in that community, and a lot of times you don't come out. When you don't come out, you will not be counted. So therefore, but among the faith-based people, within the group, we always have a lot of people are underrepresented, they're underprivileged, they're ignored by the society, and a lot of times they are misunderstood. So unless we just go out and then be counted, I think all groups need to be counted, especially faith-based, because they are very congruent a group of people, and they actually can be so united. Because within the civil engagement, it's very, very hard to have a group of people can work together. So I think faith-based would be the most influential among all the group. So therefore, they are the most important. They can make a lot of change. I myself is a Christian, and then I belong to quite a few groups, and I have engaged groups during the past for decades. And then we find out the faith-based situation is this, that I think almost every faith have a common denominator. That means express your concern, your care about your fellow citizens, and more importantly, spread your love. And to be able to love yourself, to love your community, and to love others. And more so, a lot of times is just be not very vindictive of things and very forgiving. And that is very important. I think the world is not at peace is because different groups, they don't trust each other. The Muslims, they don't trust sometimes the Christians. And then there are lots of other things saying, you behave different from me, so I cannot trust you. We just have to go to the society and be a witness of your faith. So therefore, in participation, because of that certain ethics of this faith base, this world will be a better understood, better supported, and then we will let the underprivileged be recognized. So therefore, we're fighting. What we're fighting for equality. We're fighting for equal treatment for a equal human being. So I think I salute this continuation of this forum, and then this forum will continue. And in my past experience, among the faith-based groups, I've seen a lot of very outstanding leaders, and they need to be counted, and the country needs them.
My name is Jerry Liu, 中文叫做刘孝宏. We care, we love. We serve and we give. At this point, it is the time when we realize our limit and we realize the solution to the welfare and the well-being of society is not more intellectual innovation only, but heart and caring and give and love and acceptance. The church I've been honorably attending is River of Light Christian Church.
I come from representing the Taihu Jingse, so the Zhongtai Jing Center at Sunnyvale. So this is one of the 100 branches of Taiwan Zhongtai Monastery, established by the Grand Zen Master Sanwei Xiajue Heshang. The primary focus of the Jing Center is provide teachings, teaching the Buddhist philosophy and meditations practice. My name is Diana Ma. I have been working in a high-tech field for a long time.
A little bit about myself. First, I'm Chao Xi, 中文名字叫史坚. Now I retired from PGE 3 years ago. Took early retirement and started my full-time volunteering for the organization. A little bit about the organization. The Bliss and Wisdom organization is created by my teacher, the Venerable Rita Shang, way back in Taiwan in 1993. So in 2004, about 10 years later, the Northern California chapter is formed. Buddhism is not a religion. Buddhism is education. Buddhism teaches you many things. Then this is a leadership forum. So there are two most important aspects of a good leader: compassion and wisdom. The Buddhism teaches both. So we are dedicated to promote the learning for each member and also for the general public. There are three aspects of our learning process. One, is called the body. The second one is your mind, and the third one is the soul.
Well, thank you so much, and it's my honor for me to be here between so many leaders, important leaders in our community. I am from Argentina, but I was in Taiwan for 12 years. So serving in Taiwan in the Catholic Church as a priest, and learned Mandarin, and serving the Catholic community here in San Jose area. My Chinese name is Bo Wei Li, Bo Zhuo de Bo, Li Mao de Li, Zhu Wei de Li, Li Mao de Li, Bo Wei Li. We are here in the San Jose area with the San Jose Chinese Catholic Mission. We are families from Taiwan, also from China, coming more. We are 300 families community. My idea of talking with here in this environment, I was thinking in St. Francis of Assisi. He was that great saint that he was able to see brothers and sisters even in the moon, in the sun, in the earth, in the whole creation. I think that so many times we see how different we are, the difference that we have. My goal is to see all the things that we have in common and working together for so many things that the world needs. I think that this is what I learned, especially in Taiwan, being there. Just let me share just a little. When I just arrived there, I was thinking that maybe I would find a very different world. But what surprised me the most was how similar we were as a human being. So I have been able to learn so many things that we have in common. For me to be here is very inspiring. And I think that is an opportunity to become friends, to learn from each other, and hope in the future we'll have more opportunity to keep doing things together, because really the society is needing it.
I'm very honored to be here. So I grew up going to church and baptized and confirmed, and I am also an elder at St. John's Presbyterian Church. So I grew up in a religious household, and I understand that politics and religion aren't always talked about together. But I am now in politics. I served on the San Francisco Board of Supervisors, the State Assembly. I am now your friendly tax collector, running for state treasurer next year. And I have to tell you that we need more Asians to represent in government at all levels, whether it's school board, community college board, local government, state government. Because what we do is we bring our cultures and our values and our beliefs to the table. And if politics doesn't hear from people like us, then our voices are not going to get heard. And I have had over 1,000 young interns come through my office in the last 12 years. And my job, I know all of your parents, send your kids to intern in my office, right? So I can write a nice letter for college. They get a little experience. But what I try to do is I try to tell them that public service is honorable and that we need to give back and we need to assimilate and we need to represent and we need to be the voice for our parents, for our grandparents, for the others who may not want to speak out, who are suffering, who are unhappy, who are complaining. But that is our opportunity to be at the table. And so I try to convince these young people that they should run for office. So I'm very honored to be here to represent not only the private sector, where I came from, but also the public sector, and to encourage all of us to work closer together with the faith community